Hi guys. Now in last class we have studied about drift velocity, and using this one we have uh, found about the current, that is NEA VD. So it was a drift current. Alright. But now today we will find about the current, that how it is flowing inside the conductor. Okay. So electric current. In actual, the flow of charge in a conductor of a cross sectional area per unit time is called electric current. That is simply current. Okay. So actually you see here that this one is a conductor, and now this conductor having cross sectional area. Alright. Yeah. So from this cross sectional area, if you will provide a potential difference, so what happens? The free electrons that inside this conductor, that will start flowing in a direction, like that. In a direction it will start flowing accordingly, because this one is your positive and this one is your negative terminal. So because electrons having negative charge, because it is negatively, so the current that we use opposite to this current, that is I generally we use, and this is also represented by IC. So this current we use conventional current. Okay. Okay. Now apart from that, in a interval of time, so you just suppose, I am just assuming that here a hypothetical cross sectional area, and from this area in a given time, so we have taken a small time just like delta t. So in just delta t time, suppose the electrons, that is the charge that flows from here in this direction, just it is delta q. This is a small amount of charge be crossed from this cross sectional area. So what about current? So according to the definition, that your current that you are using, that is delta q by delta t. Alright, and this current is called average current. So generally we measure inside this cross section according to the flow of charge in an interval of time, that is current we measure, that called conventional current, and that is average current is called. Okay. But we measure instantly, anytime we measure instantly that how much current be there. So if you want to measure that current, so simply you have to take its limit. So you can say the limit of average current is called instantaneous current. Alright. So how you can find? So instantaneous, INST, instantaneous is limit delta t tends to 0. That means you want to measure the current due to the flow of charge in a very small time, and that time in its smallest is either, you just suppose, 0.1 second, 0.01, 0.001, 0.0001. So there is no bar of its smallest one. Okay, so in that smallest time you want to measure and you want to find that current, that is called instantaneous current. So here we have taken, if delta t tends to 0, then your average current that becomes instantaneous. Okay, so from here you see that this instantaneous, and now you just take limit delta t tends to 0 and put the value of I average from this equation. So this one is delta q by delta t. So if tends to 0, so this one also becomes smallest one, and that would be written as like that, that I instantaneous is equal to dq by dt. Alright. Simply it is also called that I is equal to dq by dt. So this one is your instantaneous current. Alright. Now for this we can take an example also, that how you can measure. So I am just going to take an example as a question. Okay. So here I am seeing that a question with there, that if a current of 3 ampere is flowing in a wire, okay, and wire through its cross section in interval of time of 2 seconds, and how much be the current? Current be 3 ampere. Then you have to find the number of electrons that flowing through the cross section. So you have to find this one, the number of electrons. So to find the number of electrons, so first of all you have to find that how much be the net charge that flowing through the cross section of the conductor. So first of all you find out Q. So how you will? So to find this one, just use a concept of current, that I is equal to, this one is just like dq by dt from here. So now from here you just find out dq. So your dq be how much? dq is equal to I dt. So simply dq be q. So q is equal to I t. Now put its value. So I is 3 ampere and time be 2 sec. So your q, that would be 3 to 6 coulomb. Okay, so this one is your equation that you have got your the charge. Alright, but you don't have to find charge, you have to find the number of electrons. So to find this one, use a relation that a q is equal to Ne, where n represents about the number of charge. Now from here you just find out that n is equal to q by E, charge on electron, and now put its value. So how much be the q? Q be from this equation 6 coulomb. So this one is your 6 coulomb, and charge on electron 1.6 cross 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. So this unit that will be cancelled, and then you simply divide 6 by 1.6. So whenever you will divide it, so it will be cancelled by, I think this one be 3.75, and in numerator 10 raised to minus 19 be 10 raised to 19. So you can see here that this one is 3.75 cross 10 raised to 19 number of electrons. So this much electron be flowing, and this one is your answer. Alright. Okay, and then now we will discuss about current density. Current density First point that current density is a vector quantity. You should understand this one, that it is a vector quantity. Now second point is that it is represented by J, an arrow above it. Its unit is ampere per square meter. Why it is ampere per square meter? Because the current that passes in a conductor per unit cross section area is called current density. Okay, like that. Because current density, it is the current that passes through a conductor but per unit cross sectional area, so you have to take its ratio. Alright, that is called current density. So what it is a vector quantity. Right now we will prove it. Okay, so first of all you just see by a concept that if it is a conductor, and in this conductor right now I just want to consider cross sectional area. So this one is your cross sectional area inside this conductor. So it is a surface. So area vector B, you just supposed to be along this direction, and your current is also flowing in this direction. I current will be flowing in this direction. Okay, like that accordingly. So your current density, because it is a vector quantity, so your current density, that is a ratio of current flowing inside this conductor per unit cross sectional area. So your cross sectional area be A, but you have to take its magnitude. But right now it is represented as a vector, so here you have to take its vector quantity for its direction. So a unit vector be there. That's why your current density, that would be like that, that I by A, and a direction be there, that is a unit vector be there. So this one is your current density. Alright, now accordingly if suppose your conductor is just inclined, that its face is just a slant face. Alright, so for that here I am just taking another conductor. If it is like that, okay, like that, so what will be there? You seeing here that here your face is just inclined. So if its angle of inclination from here, if it is tilted by just an angle of theta, because accordingly if you draw area vector, so this one is in this direction. But right now if it is just like a vertical, then your area vector, that will be in this direction. Okay, so how much be the angle? Your angle be theta. So how much be there? How much be this one in this direction? So that would be A cos theta. So along this direction, that would be A cos theta. So from here you can find your current density. If I current be flowing, I current be flowing just like, because this one is your positive and this one is your negative terminal. Okay, so from here you just find out your current density, that J is equal to I by A cos theta, and this one is in magnitude. Alright, then now from here if you wanted to find this I, so that I would be J A cos theta. So what you are seeing from here, that this I is equal to JA cos theta, and cos theta stand for a dot product between the two different physical quantity. Alright, that's why your I from here, that will be J dot A. Okay, so here you are seeing that two vector quantities, that is area vector and current density vector, its product be scalar product. That's why your current is a scalar quantity. Okay, now we can understand this concept by using an example, just like a question. Okay, now an example, just like a question be there, that if the current in a wire varies with, this one is equation, just supposed to be equation 1. So I is equal to 3 plus 60, then you have to find the charge that passes through the cross section of the wire in time interval between 1 second to 5 second, and the second one is that what current be there in same interval. So according to concept that we have discussed right now, so you see here that you have to find, first of all, what you have to find? You have to find charge. So how much with the charge? So just use average current. So just like I is equal to instantaneous current. So just I is equal to dq by dt. Now from here you just find out dq is equal to I dt and integration of. Alright. So integration of dq. Now put the value of I. So your I is how much from this equation 1? This one is 3 plus 60. Alright. So 3 plus 60 dt. So its integration under interval 1 second to 5 seconds. So 1 to 5. So you just suppose you wanted to see that charge is flowing in a cross section, and at that time your time was 1, but your charge just started to flow. Actually it was continuously flowing, but you have started at 1 sec. So you just supposed to be the charge be just at there is be 0, and after interval of time be q. Okay, alright. So you just integrate this one. So after being integration of dq, that would be q under limit q to 0 be q. Okay, and this one is 3 integration of dt, because 3 is constant, under limit 1 to 5. Now from here plus 6 is outside because it is constant, integration of t dt under limit how much, 1 to 5. Alright, okay, and then just see that q is equal to, you now just integrate it dt. So integration of t be t and put its limit. So there is 5 minus 1, that is 1. But I am going here from stepwise. So integration of this one is t under limit 1 to 5 plus 6, and t dt its integration be t square by 2 under limit 1 to 5. Alright. Okay, so 2 3 just 6 be cancelled, and now from here you will get t. Just put the value, that is 5 minus 1 upper limit minus lower limit. So 3 cross 4 plus 3, and now from here 5 5 is 25 minus 1 lower limit minus 1. So this one is 24. Okay, therefore q is equal to, this one is 12 and this one is 24, 3 is 72, and then after being sum you will get 84. So 84 coulomb be the charge that passes through the cross section in the given interval of 1 second to 5 second. Alright. Okay, so this one is your answer and result. You just must say equation, next equation with there, and then you have to find the current in same interval. You have to find the current. So use same equation, I is equal to q by t again. So again I is equal to q by t. Okay. Now from here you have to find this I, put the value of q from this equation 2. So Q be 84 and time interval, that is T be 5 minus 4, that is 5 minus 1, that is 4, 21 times. So I is equal to, this one is 21 ampere, and this one is your answer. Okay, next equation. Alright.